Hey, it's Eric with PDRC, and here's my Axialfest update. Starting off with the Spawn. The Spawn is love-hate right now. I figured out what was going on with the axles. I basically disassembled them, figured out the piece that I snapped off inside, put everything back together. Now the front and the rear are working great. Also went ahead and changed my my attitude on the servos. So the servos front and rear have been more adjusted. Still on the fence if I like my my V configuration in the back on the shocks or not. Seems to work out pretty good, but I keep moving it on two different positions. Jury's still out. Waiting on parts to show up to undo my little bobtail design back here. It was a nice idea on paper, but in reality, doesn't really work that great. So the body that I ordered for it came in, so that's nice. Problem that's popped up now is that the speed control is failed on forward momentum. I need to go in, do some diagnostics, figure out if it's the speed control or the motor, and kind of go from there. But considering it's a brand new speed control and a brand new motor, thinking it's probably something to do with the way I set it up. Still have some diagnostics to run there to get figured out. Now, Justin had given me this trailer, extremely nice and generous of him. He wanted me to be able to pull some cars at Axialfest, and I really want to pull it with the base camp. The downside of this is I hooked up the receiver, and if you put any weight on it, this happens. So it kind of looks like, you know, like a little flappy head thing where it wants to talk and it says, "You will not hook up trailer." So the issue is that the plastic that they use is nice and pliable. The downside is that it is what's actually hooked up to the bumper, and so it likes to move and flex as well. The other problem that I have with it is that this type of plastic has memory. So if you bend it, it's going to remember that position, kind of like you can see it's already starting to do, where now I have more of a gap in between, whereas I didn't have it before. So I'm going to have to rethink that. I have been working on the internals. I don't know if I touched base, but I trimmed down the wires. So going for the battery, so everything's trimmed down over here. I trimmed down the wires going to the motor. Again, I really enjoy this combo. They nailed it, man. They really did. The speed control and motor combo. I'm gonna start keeping these in stock in the shop. I think that this is a fantastic ESC, and it's been crawling just smooth as silk. So if it isn't broke, don't fix it till it is. Really digging on this this combo here with the 35 turn motor and the Spectrum speed control. The winch is working, works really great. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the lead to go and wrap the line up really nice, but I went ahead and got this thing going. It's got a lot of ridiculous power, and you know, I went ahead and put my my little worm hook on the front. So the base camp is doing really well. I've become a real fan of these Ropex booster tires. I've been crawling with them quite a bit, and after breaking down the foam, you can see where we've got a nice squat out of it. Really happy with the way these tires perform. I also really like the stock tires that come with it. So kind of one of those things where, dang, you know. Also, I'm a huge fan of the Traxxas tires as well. I know that that's not a very popular thing to say, but don't care, that's how I feel. The other thing that, as you can see, I put the Traxxas 2.2s on here, matched up, because Jen painted my Gladiator for me. She did such a great job. Dear God, I love what she did with this paint job. It looks better in real life than it does on camera, I promise. And her tinting on the windows for me, absolutely fantastic. I'm using the Axial lights. So these are actually set up to go in the vehicle, and you can select the color. So when you're looking at the lights on the inside here, you're gonna see that, yeah, I'm still running the stock electronics that are in here. But I glued the cat pack up here against the wall. I just didn't like it flopping around. And you can actually adjust the lights, so you can go yellow, and their purple is actually looks really good purple, and this teal, and I don't know, it's kind of like a white color. And of course you can go off red, then green, then back to blue. So pretty happy with that. I haven't changed out the servo yet. Debating on which servo I want to put in. Is this going to live as a trail truck or is this going to live as a crawler? Don't know yet, still working it out, but I did take out the interior, so that will help reduce the weight so she won't be so top heavy. But yeah, I think that the paint job Jen did was fantastic. It looks really great, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is going to work out in Axialfest. Now, my UMG 4, of course, you can see where I've cleaned it up on the inside as well. I did get the lights all hooked up, ready to go. I haven't secured the lights down yet because I'm debating, do I want to add in more? And that's always the question. It'll take me about 2 seconds to button her up. So for right now, I've got functioning lights. The UMG is ready to crawl. I'm debating if I want to put a metal bumper in the front. I've already got the bumper, so I invested the money. I just don't know. I'm gonna put it on a scale and figure it out because I did add some weight to the front here, but I don't want to change my gravity. That bumper sits up pretty high, and so do I want to change it over? Do I want to add some weight? That is always the question. So I've got the bumper. I'm still in debate if I'm going to use it or not. And of course, I've got it bobtail in the back. On the 6, I cleaned up the wires quite a bit. As you can see back here, I know it doesn't look like a lot. Some folks will probably review the other video and see where I had wires everywhere. But this actually took several hours to do. Kind of go through, test every light, and go through, test, retest. Sometimes, when I tell folks you got to constantly test. I think it was this one and this one had actually failed out on me, so I had to take them apart, redo it, and put everything back together. Lights go in and out, so you got to be very, very thorough on that. So got that going there. So I need to finish this off, but if I don't get this done soon, it's not going to make it to Axialfest, so need to get off my butt. My buddy Josh had this idea right here for hooking up with the exhaust. He did a great job with it. Really appreciate the work that he did. It hooks up better and the smoker works a lot better. I did clean up some of the wires on the smoker as well, so it locks in better off of that balance plug. A non-Axialfest car. So this Saturday, Saturday the 11th, I'm going up to 40 Acre Rock. There's going to be a lot of crawler groups that I mostly troll and haunt, and they're going to be going up there to crawl this Saturday. And I really want to crawl in my Blazer. This is one of my dream team cars, and I really want it to perform. So I went ahead and put in a Traxxas 400 servo with the matching BEC. And then yesterday, Justin did me a solid. He was running the tracings for me. He's really familiar with these Mitric lights, so he went ahead and started running it out for me. He also donated his 3D printed light buckets, so I can actually have red halo lights in here. Really generous. I can't thank him enough for, well, just being an all-around good friend and a super generous dude. I mean, he's really hooked me up with this stuff. So what I'm working on this now is I'm actually cleaning up the wires. That's going to be my focus today because it's Thursday. Saturday is right around the corner and I want to get it done. I went ahead and threw some graphics on it. So these are my fire department graphics that I got that came with the Mitric lights and the Mitric light bar on the top. And then these windows here, when everything is said and done, I'm going to tint the windows. I don't like them clear. That's just a personal preference. Some people do, some people don't. But I don't like my windows clear, so they're not going to be clear. So that's going to be for this Saturday. So that's my update right now. That's my non-Axialfest, and then these are all my Axialfest cars. Hopefully we'll get everything sorted. Oh yeah, and the body came in for the base camp, so I don't have to deal with sticker window. Yay, go to hell, body. Don't love you. Be gone. I like the look. I just don't like the fact that I can't see through the windows or have them look cool. So I'm really excited about the new body. So there we go. That's my update for today. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.